Who's a good Twitterer that you follow?
50 Cent.
Oh, is he good?
Oh my god.
Is he hilarious?
He drunk tweets.
Oh, that's so scary. Dude. You gotta be so careful about that.
I know,
you know when you're like, oh, I'm just gonna like.
Oh no, I can't believe when I read stuff and I'm like, oh my god. Usually on Saturday nights.
Right. How does he get away with that?
It's 50.
Yeah, I guess that's right. I guess you're right.
Tell me, this adventure of Tintin for you is just starting, or it started a month ago?
No, it's slowing down.
Okay.
Thank God, because I mean, we really started kind of, talking about the film like in July.
Yeah.
And pretty much since then, we've I've been to 10, 12 different countries to open the film and talk about the film and just push the film out there and stuff. So thankfully, it's kind of coming to an end, which is good.
How did you react when you saw the movie for the first time?
I was really impressed. I was really impressed that Steven had made a really good film, a really great Tintin movie. I mean, it really felt independent of any kind of Indiana Jones stuff or anything like that. It felt true to a Tintin-like sensibility. So that was kind of impressive. But then also for us as the actors, remember we made this film in like one room. So it was like making the movie. We were blind, and someone like took a blindfold off and went, okay, now you can look at like the world you were in. So for me, like I wasn't even really looking at the characters or listening to the story or anything. I was just really, I was like, oh my god, that's what the ocean looks like. This is what the desert looks like. Because us as actors, to recreate us, even just something like walking through the sand in the desert, we would be walking on mattresses or like mats, that was squishy, but then to suddenly see the sand and feel the dry heat of the desert, was unbelievable. I mean, it's a real testament to those animators.
Did you feel like you were part of the movie, or like looking at it, you felt like a regular spectator? You know what I mean?
Oh no, I can definitely as the actor, I can definitely see all the choices I made as an actor.
Yeah.
So the authorship over my performance definitely belongs to me, and the same way that it belongs to Daniel, and the same way that it belongs to Simon, Nick, and Andy. So, so it's you. It's your performance because you still remember the choices that you made with the character.
Do you remember when you got the call?
Yeah, I was on a junket actually for another movie, and Kathleen Kennedy called me and said, we'd like you to play Tintin, and I was like, that would be awesome. Tried to.
You knew Tintin?
Oh yeah. I knew Tintin from when I was 8 years old. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I used to watch him on television all the time.
Okay.
Used to rent the books from the library and.
And you're Tintin now.
Yeah. Oh no, it's ridiculous. I know it's insane. It's crazy because and I also obviously was a massive fan of Steven Spielberg. And in a really personal way, not just like, I love E.T., like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I thought he was a magician. Like, he really introduced me to the world of cinema. And I'm a Spielberg baby. That's what it feels like. That's how I kind of went into this whole thing.
Did you have to audition, or did you just...
I went down to New Zealand with Peter Jackson, who I'd worked with before on King Kong in 2005. And then, so we kind of had a bit of a relationship. And he said, come down to New Zealand and... let's see how you work with this technology. Let's see if you can kind of bring all of your... because I'm a very physical actor, so let's see if you can bring all of your physical qualities to this role and kind of harness the technology in a way where we can really use you for Tintin.
We saw that on the Eagle. Very physical.
Yeah.
You were amazing on the Eagle.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You were like, I forgot it was you.
Right, thank you.
I totally forgot it was you.
Yeah, I had to learn that crazy language. So 3 days with Peter. All the data got sent to LA for Steven to look at, and I guess whatever they were looking for, I fit the bill. So it was very fortunate.
What's your favorite scene in the movie?
Favorite scene in the movie? There's a few favorite scenes. I mean, there's a lot of action in this movie. I really love the seaplane sequence, which from all the screenings that I've sat through, especially like when we started screening it in Europe, in Paris and in London, literally there was like a round of applause at the end of that sequence because it's so intense and there's so much going on, and it's so much about individual characters. Basically we're in the seaplane, we're in the middle of this terrible storm, and we happen to run out of fuel, and Tintin kind of comes up with an ingenious way of fixing the problem. And Haddock has to kind of save the day. So it's there's lots of high stakes, and there's also like really simple moments. Like there's a scene with me and Haddock walking through the desert, and just to see them kind of talking to each other, these two like very famous characters that I used to grow up with, and we know that Haddock has a problem controlling his vices.
Yeah.
And he says to Tintin like, I'm so thirsty, and Tintin says like, I think you'll be fine without a drink for a while, and Haddock says something like, you don't know what it's like, and just. It says everything about those characters. Like Tintin is always like, "You'll be fine. It's fine. Keep it together. You don't need to drink." And Haddock is like, "You don't know the beginning of what it's like to need to have to drink all the time. Like you just don't know." And for me, for that to kind of come to life in such a subtle way, I thought we'd really won the day. I could really see that in speech bubbles in a comic book.
Wow, it's true.
For me, I felt like we'd really won it.
Have you watched the movie in French?
No. Maybe I should. I probably should. That'd be interesting.
Are you going to be in the movie theater tomorrow? To watch it.
I have to fly back to LA tomorrow, but I should. I'm more interested to see who does the voice for Haddock in French.
Okay.
That would be interesting. Did you see it in French?
No, I'm going to see it tomorrow with my son.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
going to
that's going to be awesome.
Tintin to my son.
Right.
Tomorrow at the premiere.
Right. So you're going to see it in French?
I'm going to see it in French.
Awesome.
No, come on. I learned about it. Tintin is Belgium.
No,
he's French. Come on. The real Tintin. I don't want to say you.
Oh, you were trying to say it. No. I totally get it. No, I would too.
Give me one word in French just to prove me you're the real Tintin.
Mailed.
Oh no, you couldn't.
No, I can't say that.
I can't show that to my son.
Oh no, you
now.
definitely got to show that to your son. No, of course not. I didn't think you were going to show your son. No, what's a good Tintin French word to say?
Tintin.
Well, we could just say au revoir.
Au revoir. Yeah. Okay, so you're signing me off.
À bientôt.
À bientôt.
Merci.